I know it feels like it, but they weren't running from you. The avoidant was running from themselves because staying in the relationship with you would mean that they would have to face the parts of themselves that they've been spending their whole lives running from their fears around intimacy and vulnerability, around expectations, commitment, about anything to do with a healthy relationship. This is a person that found it easier to run than to actually face it. And it had nothing to do with you or your worth, and everything to do with their deep wound of shame. And that shame that stems from profound, consistent childhood emotional neglect. They were on the receiving end of coldness as a child, rejection when it came to their feelings. A parent that was not nurturing, but very controlling and smothering, with high demands and heavy expectations. Often a parent that was narcissistic, and both parents being emotionally unavailable to them. They need nurturing, they got coldness. Now, just like any human being, they want love and connection. But when they get it, it feels deeply unsafe to them because they never got it. So when you're getting closer and you are showing up as a loving, consistent partner, at first it feels wonderful, but then it alerts their nervous system, danger, danger. Their limbic system is on fire with cortisol, the stress hormone. Now it feels safe to run away, to create emotional distance for them, because that emotional closeness feels like rejection to them, because that's what happened to them as a child. When they got close, when they got vulnerable, when they opened up, they got rejected. So now they associate that with rejection at a very deep level in their attachment system. And that happens to coincide with a deep wound of shame. Shame being that toxic emotion that says, I'm defective and I'm not lovable. That's because they personalize that neglect in childhood, growing up to feel like they're defective, like they're just broken. And it's inevitable if they let somebody in, someone amazing like you in, you'll figure out that they're defective and you will reject them. But rather than being open and upfront with this fear, that's too much vulnerability. And to shield themselves from feeling that shame and to have that shame from not being, to keep it not being exposed, they have to turn it around on you, to have you think that you're just too needy, that you are just asking for too much. Because if you believe that, they can believe that too, and they can avoid feeling that inner shame. They don't have to confront it. So in reality, they weren't running from you. They were running from themselves, because staying with you would mean they'd have to face those fears. They'd have to try to meet you at your emotional depth. They'd have to face the fact that their depth is not at your level, and they'd have to work on it, which is far too frightening for them.